where it's flexed around 90 degrees once again. As you can see, we have this flexed. If you cast out like this, it's going to be away from the patient more. They're going to have a hard time doing things. It's going to be in their way all the time. So straighten out our stockinette here. Keep her at 90 degrees. And where the transition starts, cast, you pad well up here, and you come back and really pad well around the elbow. Okay, check your position of the cast. Make sure you get 90 degrees before you start. Once again, going through the transition of different materials, different layers, you have to accommodate for that a little bit. Work your way around the elbow. Not going past your padding. Because everyone rests their elbow on a table. We put a little extra material there. Bring down the cuff. Continue to finish off the cast by taking in a small roll of material and working it up the cast, and you give it a nice, even, layered effect.
Information about OCL fiberglass casting tape and other fracture management products that Impact offers, please call customer care at 1-800.
Make a slit in the stockinette at the ankle and overlap the ends to avoid wrinkles. Start the cast padding at the toes and wrap proximally. The malleoli and heel needs 5 to 6 layers thickness in total. Extend the padding to just below the tibial tubercle and wrap with 5 to 6 layers to protect the common perineal nerve as it courses around the fibular neck. Ensure the ankle is at 90 degrees. Start the plaster at the toes and wrap the foot and ankle with figure eights. Continue the first layer proximally, making tucks and folds with redundant material when necessary. Start a second layer of plaster at the toes and wrap as with the first layer, extending to about 2 centimeters below the tibial tubercle. Fold down the padding, ensuring the tibial tubercle and fibular head are free. Cut out a wedge of material to free the 5th toe to its base so as to avoid pressure sores. A third layer of plaster can be started proximally and wrapped distally. Smooth the cast to consolidate the layers. Confirm the ankle is at 90 degrees and all 5 toes are free to move. The curved side of the walking heel is fitted to the medial side of the foot. The anterior border of the tibia aligns with the midpoint of the heel. Center the heel between the first and fifth toes. Build a base for the heel with a folded 4-inch slab of wetted plaster. Position the walking heel as previously landmarked. Mold the wet plaster base to the edges of the heel. Secure the heel to the base with a roll of plaster by wrapping around the foot and the edges of the walking heel several times, and then consolidate the layers.
Impact, your one source for fracture management products.
Today we're going to be doing a casting lecture. This is going to be, first cast is going to be a short leg cast. When putting on a cast, there are several things to consider before putting it on. First is position of the foot. Probably something a lot of people don't consider. They just apply the cast. There are different positions. This would be equinus. This would be dorsiflexion. And this would be neutral. Neutral is about 90 degrees at the ankle. And reason why you put them in 90 degrees, it's easier to walk with the patient, and it has a long-term effect if you cast them in equinus. If you cast them in dorsiflexion, sometimes they can get heel pain. So I'm starting with the cast, put on a stockinette, especially with fiberglass. You can never put on enough stockinette. You can always cut back what you don't need. Put the foot in neutral position, that's 90 degrees at the ankle. I like to put the stand on the outside of the foot so it kind of flattens the foot off in this plane. Have an excess material. Some people fold it back like this. Some people cut this all out completely. I like to do a little delta cut or a dart. So it lays down fairly flat, and this dog ear here, I'll twist it and cut it off so it doesn't become a problem. In putting on the padding, I start approximately about halfway up the toes, do 3 or 4 wraps around the edge of the toes, and go around the ankle in a figure of 8. Make sure not to pull on it too tight. And get back in the hind foot and the heel. Put on multiple layers over any bony prominence or insertion of tendon in the muscle, like in the Achilles area. I actually will extra pad this area so you don't have any rubbing over the Achilles. There's not much soft tissue in that area, you have to protect it. Then work my way up the foot. You always start distally and work proximally up to the tibia tuberosity, which is right here. Once again, it's the end of the cast. Put several layers so the fiberglass doesn't bump against the leg. Now, if your foot is not in neutral position, you'll find that the cast will hit up here on the patient, create a sore in this area. If it's in neutral position or dorsiflexion, it won't hit in that area. At this point, we'll start putting on the cast. Once again, check your position, make sure you're in neutral. Check both sides of the foot. We'll take, I like to use 4-inch. Starter once again